during the height of things, it was Paxil combined with trazodone to help me sleep, either Ativan or Klonopin for PRNs for anxiety. I was put on this one antipsychotic one time when I was in Abbott. Trilofan. That shit was whacked out. Paxil sucked. When I tried to go off that stuff myself, I did go psychotic. You have to wean yourself off of that stuff so slowly. I was at the point where I was laying in bed, I was sweating profusely, I was nauseated beyond belief, but I couldn't throw up. I did not know if I was awake or asleep. It was like being in that Twilight State times 100. You did not know what was happening. You would see people walk in that weren't really there. I swear I saw Jerry come home from work and take his work clothes off and take his wallet out, all the normal things he would do, and then go out the room. And, you know, I remember asking him for a glass of water. I couldn't move my head off the pillow because the electric shock things that were going through my brain. And all of a sudden, it's like, all of a sudden he wasn't there. I'd call out, Jerry? Jerry? And he wasn't there. He wasn't there. And then he really would come home from work. And I'd be like, oh my God, I can't take this anymore. And of course, you know, I had to watch Sarah. I had to do something. So took him 1.5 hours. I was fine. Perfectly normal again. So what I would do is I just shave off little pieces every day. And I mean shave, just shavings, little crumbles. And with the Paxil, it took me a good 4 to 5 months, I would say. Because I started in August, and it was pretty close to New Year's before I felt like I was completely off. And even then, I was still having withdrawal effects, but I mean they were tolerable. I could still function in my life. Cannot go off that stuff cold turkey. It will mess you up. The doctors call it a relapse. What it is withdrawal, just like any other anything that causes withdrawal. This was withdrawal. Because your body becomes dependent on that chemical, that change in your brain chemistry, whether it was an advantage or not, we'll never know. Because to me, everything has been short term. You cannot tell me these drugs have any long term history to show what they do to the brain. I had muscle twitches for 5 years after going off Zoloft for the last time, where I'd lay in bed at night, my muscles would still twitch, and I'd have those eye electric shock things every once in a while. I told the doctor about it when I had the experience with the Paxil for the first time, and he laughed at me. He literally laughed. He just went, oh man, what? You know, I was like, oh, okay, that must have been some experience that you were having. And he literally laughed, no. You know, and when I tried to tell him the second and third time, he's like, the overwhelming evidence is there is no such thing as withdrawal from these drugs. These are incidences that you're going through that these drugs are helping you not to have. And when you go off of them, of course, they're going to rebound and come back with a vengeance. That's what I was told, that the depression and the, all the stuff that I was going through would come back in a more intensified way if I tried to stop the drugs, and that it was my illness that was coming back in an intensified way that had nothing to do with the drug. Nowadays, you can go on the internet and you can find people. There are literal organizations, groups of people that are out there to be companions. There are companions that you can have with you while you go through your withdrawals, because you're going to go through withdrawals. So you can either choose to do a cold turkey. Some people do it are just fine. I mean, that's a weird thing, because there are some people that can go off and be just fine. But there are some where it just takes that extra. And there are people out there that will be with you during that time, understanding exactly what you're going through.